guys, one pod.
Happy birthday, Russ Factor.
Let's begin.
Let's begin.
How short was that?
Well, that was about as short as Fleshy P. How you doing, everybody? Three guys, one slot, one pod, whatever you want to call it. Back again, Slotmaster 316. How you doing? Have some number of 22 miles away is the old birthday boy, the Russ Factor. Hi, Russ Factor. How are ye?
Back home.
Back home.
Back home.
Up north, who never leaves his home, is the aforementioned Fleshy P and Duzzy. How are you?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Not too bad. Skin's still fitting.
Skin still fitting. If that was a Duzzy quote, I don't think I've never heard none. Russ Factor, it was your birthday.
Oh, it was great.
Coincidentally, April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Last year was the big 4-0. So this year, you creeped another day closer to the end, and are 41.
Yeah.
Does it feel any different?
No, not really. Not yet, anyways.
Not yet?
Not yet. Give it a couple days, you know?
So you posted in our Discord, link in bio, pictures of your big back dinner at the casino, Roulette Master style.
Ooh.
What all did that entail?
Well, we hopped on down to the Wild Horse Pass, and when we walked in, I exclaimed, "I have never done anything amazing in this casino, but it's a nice place." So we went in there and proceeded to do absolutely nothing amazing in that casino, lose our money, and enjoy a nice place. Then we went upstairs to the 11th floor, not quite as high as the casino we went to when you were down last year ago, and we got on the crazy elevator that you didn't want to look outside of.
Where was that? Oh yeah,
that was Talking
at,
Stick,
Talking
and that's
Stick.
clear up on like what the
50th
floor. Or whatever.
Yeah. I don't like those elevators that go on the outside of the building.
We went down the glass elevator, but it was nighttime, so you couldn't really see much. But it was only on the 11th floor. But nice little hip, trendy little steakhouse called Prime. It was loud as shit in there. We were sitting in the waiting room, and when we got in, the best way I think our party described the sound of everyone talking in this place was a cafeteria. Like, if you can just imagine the ambiance of a cafeteria in terms of the sound of just everybody yapping. You can't make out anybody's voice. It's just a
Old
drone.
men yapping, and all you can hear is forks and knives hitting plates. Cling, cling, cling.
But the atmosphere was really cool. It was a nice, comfortable place to sit. We had a cool waitress or waiter, not a waitress, named Julio, and he was on par, not quite as charismatic as our fella at Vegas at the Italian place, but in that category of like, we got the good one, you know?
Yeah.
So,
at least he thinks he's the good one.
oh, he was the good one. He was the
Well, okay.
he was the oldest dude on the floor, old Julio, and he
Did
knew
you
how
take a chance to ask him how fresh the corn was, Julio? How fresh is the
Or-
corn, Julio?
He's
Did you?
"Oh, would you like our secondhand corn special tonight, sir?"
So what'd you get? Tell us all about it.
I started the evening with a little martini per his recommendation. He recommended about every drink in the book, all the way from espresso martini to a lemon drop. My wife had a lemon drop, and I had a nice martini I took a picture of for everybody. And we ordered a little bit of the bread. Oh my God, that bread was so good. It was light and fluffy, and they had the butter.
Shut up.
For you. Oh yeah, you guys don't eat bread. Well, it was some of the best bread. If you were going to eat bread, this would have been the bread because it wasn't very dense.
I would take a week-old freaking Red Lobster biscuit right now.
just a piece of Wonder Bread that's been sitting in the dumpster for about a week.
It never molds.
But yeah, the first excitement of the birthday goodies you get there is they brought me out a little cup of It was a little oyster with some caviar and a shrimp with their sauce spread on the side of it, and we were off to the races from there, man. That was, I'd never, you know what? I have never really had an oyster, and I'd never had caviar.
I was going to ask, have you ever had caviar?
These are two things that I always grew up liking, like some fish and shrimp and stuff. I'd never really dabbled with oysters, so I'm like, how do you do this? And they're like, just suck it down. I was like, is it like stuck in there? And he's like, no, it's cut. It's just sitting in there. I found out I like
So
oysters.
I always
and I like
heard that
caviar.
the fresh oysters boosted the libido. Did that do anything for you that night, Russ?
Jesus.
Well, I had a lot of drinks and a lot of weed before bed, so maybe in my dreams. Maybe in my dreams it boosted my libido.
Over the lips, through the gums, look out stomach, here it comes. That's what you do with that old oyster there, Russ Factor.
So that was the first part, and then
First part? That's a whole meal.
yeah, well, it was a little appetizer cup. We actually saw the full version they were bringing out to people that was on there. It was like a big old bowl that had some shrimps in it and some oysters and
Shrimps.
caviars. And we got into our dinner. I think Sarah had the filet mignon, had that done medium rare. And I got to compare with Talking Stick, the 22-day aged ribeye. 22-day aged.
Wait.
Actually, that was a rib steak,
wood.
but okay.
The 22 ounce ribeye with bone in.
Hold on. What was that comment from the peanut gallery?
Did you
What-
say
what-
rib
what's
steak?
wrong?
That's the most Canadian way I've ever heard ribeye been called.
No, a ribeye is boneless, and it's the eye of the rib steak. You had the full rib steak.
But I cut the bone off. Then what's it become?
It's if the bone is removed prior to cooking, then it's a ribeye.
Who's to say they didn't just set the bone? You don't know if it was. If I took a picture. Wait, the bone was still on there when I took the picture. God damn it.
This girl really knows her meat.
Don't argue about her and her meat.
I've never heard it called rib steak. They call it a bone-in ribeye here.
That's like saying you had a bone-in strip loin.
I'm with you, Russ. I agree.
I agree, Russ.
The ribeye.
But I went ahead and had mine cooked medium, just because.
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
I know that
Go on.
the only
Listen to
reason
him, he kills
the only
me.
reason he's saying ooh because he wants me to go the other way to well done, not medium rare.
Yeah. Yep.
So in Slotmaster's eyes, I guess I could classify my ribeye as still mooing.
Yeah, if it bleeds, it leads, and it leaves my table.
Yeah, and we got. I think at that point I'd ordered myself a nice beer. Same beer we were getting downstairs at the casino, but not quite as full and $2 more expensive.
Weird.
Yeah, but
I was going to ask for all of Fleshy P's Jewish fans out there. What did it cost?
What did it cost? Well, let me finish the last part of the meal here.
What did it cost?
Pardon me, Russ Factor. What did it cost?
You of course order at these kind of places. You just order sides and split them. So we ordered the macaroni and cheese, which was pretty good. You know, wasn't the worst. It was good. And then we ordered the garlic fried rice, which was really rich and savory. And I think I found my new favorite kind of fried rice: garlic fried rice.
Have you ever had garlic fried rice before?
No, I never had garlic fried rice.
You've never been to one Benihana?
No.
Really? Garlic fried rice is,
Is that their staple?
yeah.
Never been.
It's nice.
Never been.
Real
But
nice,
I don't know our total, but I will tell you the ribeyes alone were $99 a pop.
Damn. You needed some of that Roulette Master.
Comp credit. I needed to be over at
comp
that
credit.
promotions desk just raising hell. I got my
Did you
players
go
card
over there?
fixed there, though.
Was that the place where we saw Laura Miles Slots and hung with her?
Yes.
Okay, so was that the steakhouse she was getting ready to go to?
She was either going to go to that one or they got another one there called Kai.
Drop on the feed bag.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got another one called Kai that my pal Danny Hyphen, he's had that before, and everyone that we've heard said it's really good. But I was interested in this one that was up the secret elevator. Strap on the feed bag, fuckers.
The secret elevator, the one that you go on the outside.
Yeah. Well, we went on the inside one at first, but like, there's elevators up to like the resort and shit. But you keep following this other corner around, and it takes you to these other 2 secret elevators, and there's only one button.
Was that place the place that does it have? Okay, yeah, I remember. I'm sorry, I get those confused. I get those confused with the one that we went way out in the middle of nowhere. That was brand new.
It's owned by them, but that's a brand new one. Which I was telling everybody in the car. I was like, we haven't really done really well at any of these properties, but they're really nice places.
we did pretty good that last time I was there. Remember that big buffalo we hit?
Yeah, that was about it, though.
That was about it.
That was about it. It's they don't have. We played a little. I didn't do anything crazy. They don't have any normal cash machines. They just have the one with the wheel, and they only have 2 of them. Found some Frankies. Found a little play. Didn't quite do over, but I got it in 2 spins, and I left down like $4, but I hit a little bonus on that. 2 heads. That was the only play I saw there. I played the dumbest game that I'd ever played, and I don't know if you've seen this one before. It's on my personal ban list now after dropping a $100 in it. It was a lumberjack and some beavers. You seen that one?
I don't believe so. Is it an old school?
No, it's new. It's got a lumberjack up top, and it's got these 3 beavers, and they're kind of the poppables. They sit right above the lines, and you can tap them, and they go.
Yeah, I think I seen that. Actually, if you go back, I think a week or 2, I think Vegas Matt actually played it.
Yeah, it's like one of those super new machines. All the animations are real cutesy.
I know. I remember that.
Shit game. Don't play it. Russ Factor, ban of approval.
Banned on the Russ Factor. Speaking of Vegas Matt, he has been going live on his auxiliary channel quite a bit. It's been fun to watch.
Or Twitch?
For some reason, he abandoned Twitch. He's been on YouTube. Wow. So they had WBG had a channel, and he was going live on it a few. And I was talking to some folks. I was like, I bet Vegas Matt switches this over. And sure enough, he switched it over to Vegas Matt and Friends.
You sniff that one out quick.
Yeah. But for some reason, because I've been saying all along, there's some reason he's not going live on his main. Well, I don't know what that was. But he finally started going live on YouTube, and they'll get 17, 16, 18,000 concurrent viewers. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of money that he was leaving out on the table. And now he just ditched Twitch. You can simulcast there, bud. Do both of them. Double dip.
Double dip for sure.
Yeah. I don't understand why he's not just simulcasting on Twitch. It's not.
That does kind of add a new variable to kind of everything you were kind of looking into, though, is like now that you've seen a couple people like abandon it a little bit. That's weird, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't abandon it. You just have fucking weird issues every week.
Yeah.
The goal is to simulcast.
I think there's something wrong with my phone.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with my phone in the settings.
Yeah, that's what I was saying one night when you were having all that trouble. I was like, you want me to just turn this on and you simulcast like normal? Because it's just a flip of a switch away. But I know that the thing is we like to vertical stream on YouTube, but that is just absolute garbage on Twitch. So you have your secondary. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's bad. It's bad. Have we had a podcast since? No, we haven't.
No, I was sitting in your basement. Looking at
last week,
looking up at your pipe and seeing Roth's next job.
Yeah, we allegedly have somebody coming out to fix that.
Yeah,
but
no steam
it's
showers
only one
for you
thing.
though, huh? I bet you were really craving one after Vegas.
You know, I really wasn't that tired. Vegas was really weird this time.
Yeah,
I've said that the last 2 times,
and you were in good form. You were in real good form. I think you were. I heard you were enjoying. You were back on our vodka train.
Yeah, and I don't know why I did that, but I don't know. It's just I like to go, and when I go to Vegas, I like to play as long as possible.
Yeah.
And
Marathon.
Those machines, holy shit, man, they were just tight. It was not. I mean, we could not get a frickin' bonus. If it was like from after like 1 p.m. to like midnight, it was like dry as a camel. So I wasn't really. I mean, I just blast through like $700 or $800, and then
I saw
at,
in
like,
the live you
stroke-
were like roaming all over too. You were trying to find shit. Like
everything. Then like the stroke of midnight, 12:30, the bonuses would it was like they flipped on, and I would gain all of it back. And then the last night, I think I went at like 7 or 8 hours with a couple breakups. I maybe lost maybe $1,000, maybe a little more. And then I went to the airport. I won 500 of that.
no hand pay airport.
No hand pay, but 600 of it, I think. And then I stopped playing because guess who was on my flight?
Who was on your flight?
My wife's best friend, Sarah. So I sat and talked with her.
The one I met.
The entire, yeah.
Nice.
She was in when we all went to Vegas.
Small world.
It's, coincidentally, so we were supposed to have the owner's suite at Golden Gate.
Oh yeah, you told me about
I've seen videos and stories and all types of stuff about how cool that place is. So my cousin Joe wanted to try it out, and Brad's like, "Sure, whatever." Come maybe 3 days before, they're like, "Oh, Mr. Stevens is having his friends in, so all the suites at Golden Gate and the D and Circa are taken, but we'll give you what we call the hospitality suite or the sunset suite."
Is that the one with the bunk beds?
No, I wish. But if you look in the Discord there, I sent a little video. I want that room every single time. I don't want any other video, or I don't want any other room. You don't have to play that was it. You don't have to play so it was a corner room on the 28th or 29th floor, and it's all windows.
Oh wow.
It was the best room.
And this is
ever.
Golden Gate?
No, that's at Circa.
Oh, this is
So we
Circa.
got bumped. We got bumped back.
Oh,
So
this
then
is
there was
kind of
another
an-
room there.
This is kind of an elaborate little room.
I have a
Nice.
couple of questions now, though.
Nice huge bar. Another room over there.
How many
and of
how many
course
folks
the-
can you fit in here like comfortably?
A
not
lot.
like cramming people in.
8 probably, I'd say.
Wow. This is kind of the
Frid-
stuff we should
But
throw
the thing
in
that's
on getting
cool
when
about
we all
that
go.
is, that founder's suite that's up on like the top floor, the 50th floor that we stay out mostly. It takes out that stupid little corner area that has like that kitchen table where you can all sit down.
Yeah.
Nobody sits down at that shit.
Oh, that little corner area that has the couch and shit. And,
Yeah.
And the little yeah.
Nobody
Where do
Nobody
you have
does
table
that.
talk?
Huh?
Where do you have your table talk?
There's another right just to the left is another
right
table.
By the bed.
Yeah, right by the bed. So there's multiple beds. That's key too. Actually, there's
There's the
4
pool.
beds, so 4 king beds, and then the table's just to the left, right where I was pointing. But there's another auxiliary room with a bed and another nice view, and then there's a bar. It's cool. It was really cool. It's called the Sunset Suite, and I want that one from here on out.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
Okay, so you don't like the elevator going up on the outside, but you liked all the windows in the room.
Oh,
But
no, I
the
couldn't sit
elevator's
close.
not the room's not moving. And you're not in a
Yeah,
tiny
and
little box.
I couldn't sit close. I'd get like vertigo.
Yeah, but
and
he's
how
not-
many hours do you actually spend in this room?
I
minus
was
sleeping
there-
one awake hour.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that.
Taking a shit and having a shower maybe once, and that time. Oh, you weren't even there long, so no, you were never.
No, I wasn't there very long, and that was a good trip because I got there. I had to work, so I couldn't leave till Thursday. So I flew out Thursday night, and got there at like 4 or 5 o'clock, and then stayed up till about 5 o'clock that day. Woke up about 7, maybe. Went and gambled again and stayed up until
I think that first night you gambled forever because I got up at like 8:39 and I looked on YouTube and it said your stream had ended an hour ago my time. So,
yeah. Yeah, those are the good ones. See, like I said, though, is that I'd lose, and then win, and then lose,
After
lose,
Joe and
and
Brad
then
went to bed.
win. But all the people that were watching during the day probably like, God, this guy's lost his ass. But just watch the rest of it. I didn't.
Yeah.
And then Sunday night, holy shit, came back, went to casino, my home turf, and it was one of the best nights I've ever had. We hit the major. I won probably. It was back-to-back good nights, Russ Factor.
Yeah.
The one with your dad prior, and then this one. I walked out of there with like $5,000, I think, because I was playing a $15 spin. That video will come up soon. Busting money, and I won like $2,500 or $2,600. It was really, really nice. So what comes around goes around. The peaks and valleys of gambling, Russ Factor. We're living it. LIVIN, Russ Factor.
You remember gambling with my dad, and you guys split a little haul there at the end, and he took that. It was like $400 that you tossed over to old Daddy Factor. He took that up to the other casino we went to, Park City.
Oh yeah.
And
ooh,
yeah.
1,300. What was that on?
I don't know if he won that all there, but whatever this game is. Shrimps.
I can't tell. It's like
there's shrimps and balls. These little glowy balls.
Shrimps and glowy balls. That's about every game.
Yeah, it looks.
Good for him.
It looks like there's knob. It might be. Is that hot pot? That's hot pot.
Oh yeah,
Spicy
yeah.
feature
That's hot
award
pots.
stacking hit with. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but he said he turned the money again, and I texted him the other day because he was like, "Oh, you didn't have to give me that. You didn't have to give me that." I was like, "You fucking helped us out, dude. Like the stream was gonna end an hour prior. Everyone was enjoying you taking us on the Daddy Factor experience. You got your cut. Enjoy."
Yeah.
And then
Enjoy
I texted
it.
him when I said me and Corey hopped into Crosswinds for about 25 minutes on his lunch break, and he turned up $400, so he got his money back.
I took 300 in and walked out with 7.
Yeah.
But last couple trips have been good.
I took 60 into this whole experience the day before when we went with Bubba because I hadn't pulled out money for the casino yet.
Yeah.
And turned that all into like $500 between two casinos.
It's real nice. Pays for that rib steak.
Well,
What's it called?
I lost it all on the Huff and Puff at Wild Horse, but no.
What
No, we did not play
have you
up.
guys been to the casino in a while, does he?
Were you there?
We were there just last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do any good?
Yeah, it sounds like the what you were describing is the nothing is pretty much what our casino does daily.
I did okay.
Just daily.
Yeah.
I remember I was winning, splitting. Of course, you don't remember that. Cool.
My tummy hurts.
Are
Mom
we
and Dad are
witnessing
fighting.
the second fight?
I'm tired of my shit already.
Pre-show, we witnessed their first fight
Ever.
and now we're witnessing their second fight within like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys
don't hear
okay?
him crying yet. We're not fighting.
You guys okay? You don't hear him crying yet.
Are we gonna have to have 2 podcasts every week when Mom and Dad get divorced? joint custody podcast.
What about I would recommend separating rooms, but you already do that, sleeping in different beds. It's my favorite thing about you guys.
Maybe you come together one night. Pardon the pun.
That's what he said.
In sad news, I saw that old Val Kilmer kicked it.
I hadn't thought about Val Kilmer in so many years, and I was like, I knew nothing about him at this point, and I was like, what? And I saw a picture of him. I'm like, what? And then instantly I read, and I was like, oh, yeah, he'd been battling throat cancer for years, like a decade at this point.
You hadn't seen him, and he did like a documentary or something on that. You never saw that?
No, I really hadn't followed Val Kilmer's career outside of Batman.
What about Tombstone?
Never seen it. Maybe
was
I
probably
saw it
before
once.
you
I
were
probably
born.
saw it when it was.
Whoa, back up. Russ, you have never seen Tombstone?
I think I've seen it maybe once. I don't care,
You don't care?
I'm very
Russ,
particular.
Tombstone's really good.
Yeah, but
Russ.
does it have spaceships and lasers? See,
Like
Well-
the cowboy version of it.
yeah. cowboys,
I'm
fantasy,
not a big-
dragons. None of that interests me.
I'm not a big movie guy, and that movie's real nice, Clark. Real nice.
I watched one of my favorite movies. That
I do
didn't have
want you to
anything
play
do with,
this.
with Val Kilmer. Though,
real-
recently. I'm not a movie guy.
What's
either.
that?
I said I watched one of my favorite movies of all time that has nothing to do with Val Kilmer recently. I'm not a movie guy either, like that. But yeah, I watched Mike Douglas and Falling Down. I told you that. That's about the extent outside of just shit movies that I watch. I watch Star Trek movies, guys. I don't know Val Kilmer outside of Batman. That's the moral
Batman.
of the story.
Look in the Discord. I'm very excited about this. Play that.
What have we got here?
What have we have here?
I forgot how to run this shit.
Season 27 teaser for South Park came out, and maybe I haven't watched it yet. Wednesday, July 9th is when the stuff is gonna. That's the first episode.
Now,
and are they still on Comedy Central?
here's the thing.
Or
Okay,
they-
here's the thing. Oh, you're
What just happened?
jiggle your dongle.
Is that better?
Yeah. Here's the thing about South Park to me.
Go on. Russ Factor, be careful.
South Park hit a fucking wall years ago, but they saved themselves for a bit, and the contract's over. But I reached a point, especially during like all the PC principal seasons and things like that, where I'm like, this is just getting like, I mean, how many years has South Park been on? But they signed this deal with fucking Paramount where they were just releasing a 90-minute movie every quarter. And I'm like, this is awesome. This is the future of South Park. Well, they are going back to doing these seasons. I think it's great. It's like you're not seeing seasons of South Park, but like every 3 years. Here's a season of South Park. I think that's okay. But I didn't know what they were going to do because I thought maybe the little, 4 movies a year, like hour-and-a-half movies a year was solid. So this will be my first of hearing of this new season. So let's take a look at this trailer and see what to expect.
I hear it's real controversial, so
Let's take a peek.
Word
Trigger.
salad.
Trigger warning.
Shelly, have you been taking ketamine? Because I think it could really help you.
They're taking it back to France.
Oh shit.
Kanye. Or is that Diddy? That was Diddy.
Oh crap, we're all gonna get fired! Where are you going?
It's okay, Sharon. I'm just gonna do some ketamine and fuck around with the government a little. See ya.
This might be the best season ever.
That's how I leave the house every morning.
I'll see you, Duzzy. I'm just gonna take some ketamine and fuck around with the government.
Hey.
You're just a standout government employee.
I am.
Well, that'll be
I'm
neat
looking,
to see.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's not as controversial. Maybe the people were upset about the planes crashing or what. I'm not
Well, the
sure.
seasons like this are going to be super short now. I think at South Park, the last couple they'd even done on Comedy Central were like 8 fucking episodes. So,
Oh yeah, that's right.
but I enjoyed all the little movie thing. Have you seen all the movies they had on Paramount, like the COVID specials and
Yeah.
yeah. I thought those were great, and like in terms of a series that's just been going on this long, I think they've kind of figured out. No, we're not going to come at you with 20 episodes a year anymore. Those days are long gone. We need to tone back South Park a little bit so that each installment hits and people fucking remember pieces of it. Because
I wonder if
when's the last time you watched The
Mexican
Simpsons? They still sit around and do like fucking 18 episodes a year.
All right. What were you saying, Dizzy?
I want to see a Snow Mexican episode.
Snow Mexicans.
Oh, my
Well, come on.
God.
They love kicking the Canadians, the little Canadian moo character.
I
Call me
like
Snow
that.
Mexican one more time.
It's an angry little snow Mexican.
I
Don't hit
like
me
that.
with your snowballs.
So,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, kind of hopping back to your Vegas adventure. Did you have some Saginaws?
I did, actually.
Did you-
I took
did
a
you
break
hit-
one of the night.
What'd you
I had, what?
What'd you get?
French dip, duh. That's all I ever get.
Did you have any victory burgers? You're not a real big.
No, I
victory burger guy.
didn't.
Hang on.
You're not the
French dip,
biggest
that's
victory
like a beef
burger
dip?
guy, though. Like in terms of you'll have it when we're there long term, but like that's not. I've always known that's not your first choice.
It's all right. What'd you say, Dizzy? Sorry.
A French dip, that's like a beef dip, right? Like
Yeah,
the
with the au
roast
jus.
beef sandwich and the
Shaved.
uzu. Yeah.
Shaved beef.
And did you
With
have
the
any pizza
uzu.
rock?
Real nice.
Did you get your pizza?
Real nice. What?
Pizza rock.
Yes,
Yeah,
we did. We
you
actually
go.
went one of the days too.
There
It
you
was
go.
very good. Meatballs and the Michigan pizza. It was fantastic. Yeah, we hit all the staples that we normally hit. And then, let's see, the last day, Joe and Brad left early. I misunderstood when they were leaving. They left at 6 a.m. and I thought 6 p.m. 6 p.m. was the only direct flight. So I guess I didn't ask. And Brad normally takes direct flights back home, and we're normally on the same flight. However, you saw Brad when
Yeah.
you were leaving Wichita, and Brad was just getting in.
Yeah, it was so
Brad
funny how
goes-
it happened too. We were just sitting at Wichita Brewing Company there, whatever it is, River City, at the airport, and we were sitting right by the door just because we had like 28 minutes. So I'm like, let's just go over there and get an order of fries, a couple beers, and I'm just sitting there, and I have a drink of beer, and I go to just gaze out upon the nothingness of the terminal or the gate that's in front of me, and I
The
look
nothingness
right up,
of
and
Wichita.
and there comes Brad, and I go, Brad. And he goes and walks over, and we had a moment, and I go, hold on. Corey's having a hard time being stuck in Vegas till 6 fucking p.m. Let me send him a picture. He'll love this.
He goes, I think I saw Russ Factor. I was all out of sorts, and I think I'm still drunk.
He seemed in good spirits.
No,
That
he
would
knew
be
what
my
she was.
fear because there's so many lookalikes to Russ. I'd be like, I hope this is Russ I'm going to.
I mean, you find
Oh,
it.
there's only
You say
there's
that,
only
you
one
say that
Russ Factor.
jokingly, but you know how many times a year my buddies go, this is another alternate dimension version of you. If things would have been different in your life, this would be you.
I
sent
just
you the
found
friend Russ.
There's no exact lookalikes to me. They're all like, if a different path would have happened, 30 years ago, maybe this would have been you. But people see it, and I'm like, yeah, there's alternate dimension Russes out there.
Yeah. I sent
I
you the friend Russ.
We're
can't-
seeing so many Russes lately. We're starting to wonder about old Pappy Factor. I'm thinking he might have been a player.
Pappy Factor may have sown his seed. I honestly cannot wait to show you guys the thumbnail. What I do normally is I'll just have for the 3 guys 1 pod. Coincidentally, it's episode 22. Hi.
You too.
I just throw in whatever we kind of talk about and say create a for Gronk. Old Elon creates a thumbnail for me.
Oh, like he
I cannot
created my
wait to
banner today.
I cannot wait to show you. As a matter of fact, let me. I'll just upload the file. We can pre-show this one. It's probably the best. It's probably the best thumbnail.
That's what he's
Throw that up there, Russ Factor. Who do you think's me, and who do you think's you, and who do you think's Fleshy P? Fleshy P has to be the guy on the left.
Let me.
That's what I say. White boys can't jump nor dance. That's you.
Oh. Hey, everybody. It's Three Guys, One Pod, episode 22. Slot Master Russ. People are going to be real confused when I post that.
Prepare the hate emails.
What are you doing?
So the last day of
from Texas.
the last day,
I'm
of
really
Vegas,
offended here the fact that they whitewashed Fleshy P.
They really did.
Yeah.
Canadian. Or sorry, Snow Mexican.
Snow Mexican.
Yeah, they know. That's got to be me over there on the right with no hair.
Yeah.
Russ Factor with the beard in the middle.
There I am.
See, they know.
And they whitewashed Fleshy P. I am offended.
AI
What
knows.
did you say for it to come up with this picture?
He literally said just Three Guys, One Pod.
Three Guys, One Pod, episode 22, and I put our names in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what Elon thinks we are.
And it took 3 black guys and made one of them white.
Dude. Oh. 3.
The last day of Vegas was a very interesting day for me because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do and how I was going to get to the airport. Was I just going to go?
Oh, because you had to check out at 11. Yeah. And you
Why is my mic kicking out? Checked out at 11.
you packed light for this one though, right?
Yeah, I only had a duffel or my Jordan backpack.
Your Jordan suitcase
You had a
and a
shopping
duffel
bag.
bag and
A Walmart plastic bag of
what's in
dirty
that suitcase?
chones.
There it is.
And
Just
so
in
I was
case
like,
you got to leave your dirty underwear at a gas station.
I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I texted Buffalo Bob. I said, hey, what are you guys doing? And he's like, we're working on something. Come on over.
Oh, so you went to
It's
Bob's estate.
And I said, okay. So I cost a day, Bob. I walked in and
You got to meet his dog. He doesn't have 2
I did
dogs.
both.
Yeah.
2.
They have
It's exactly what you would expect it to be. Or at least in my eyes. It was a lot of 10, 15, 20, 90-cent Tito's, a lot of cash laying around.
A lot of cash and a
And,
lot of under $1 Tito's.
And I sat down. Bob goes, have a seat in that thing right there.
Ooh.
It was
was
a
his lap.
massage chair. It was a massage chair, and it was the most comfortable thing. I did not get out for about an hour and a half.
Wow.
I sat there. And Papa John was there.
Oh
high
yeah, I
as
forgot
ever, of
Papa
course.
John was there. He rolled into Phoenix apparently while I was down before he rolled in. So his flight went through Phoenix apparently.
He did. Yeah. So he was down, and it was interesting just watching those guys in their own element. And then we went to the Strip.
Was it just like a Discord call minus everybody just being in the same room?
Yeah, it was exactly like a Discord call. As a matter of fact, Dakota from Dakota Slots World was on Discord. We were just, it's like we were all hanging out.
Nice.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was like. But it was exactly what I predicted or expected. The lot of Tito's and a lot of cash. I was like, what do you do with all this?
He started just counting. He's like, Bob, you realize you have like $973 in Tito's here for Circus ready to go?
In like 80 cents. I told him that he needs to have a day where he just takes all of those and tries to build a bankroll with those old Tito's that he
there's a
had.
video series.
How about that video right there?
Yeah.
And then we went to the Strip, and we played some plays and won some money. John was super high and did some dumb shit, but we ended up almost getting a hand pay on Buffalo, and it was good. It was a good end of the trip.
Nice.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're still finished. I was just going to say, you were talking about this most comfortable chair. Fleshy P found the most comfortable chair one time at an acquaintance's house.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get out of it, too.
Yeah, that was the guest chair.
Yeah.
Ooh, normally
Tell 'em about
that's
your
the
guest chair.
chair.
Oh man, this place was a mess, and I was there. I was drinking a little and having a good time, and I decided to take a seat, and it just looked like a beanbag chair covered in a bunch of clothes because that's what I would expect at that place. So I went and sat down, and I crushed some cans.
Oh God.
One of the guys came around. I was like, "What are you doing? You're sitting on the garbage." I'm like, "What?" I'm sitting on the garbage. Then I immediately got up and I said, "Who in the keeps all this garbage in their house
Oh my God.
and then covers it with their clothes?"
Oh
What a
my
dump.
God. We're tired of this dump. Oh my God. That had to have been the
Yeah,
guest
needless to say,
chair.
I got up and got the hell out of there.
See you later.
I think I found a picture of Fleshy sitting on his throne here. Where's it at?
That's probably a nice version.
What
of
is
it.
going
Yeah,
on with
that
his
is a nice
leg?
version.
What did you type in to get that picture?
Generate a picture of a man sitting on a throne of garbage bags.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That'll do it. That guy looks like he doesn't have a leg.
Yeah,
He's
it's
missing
I would
a
like
leg.
to add that only half the garbage was in the bag.
Elon tries to tell me
So
Grok's
gross.
the smartest AI model, and I'm like, I'm not. Is it the funnest AI model? Maybe. The smartest,
like
not so
it.
much.
I like it. It's
I
really,
do. I have a
it's-
lot of fun with Grok, but yeah, I hit the ceiling a lot with Grok.
Yeah. Joe was using it the other day and just telling it to do stupid shit.
Did you
It was
get the
pretty
Grok
funny.
app finally? I've signed up for it. It's on Android now finally. It's a separate app from
Yeah.
Twitter. Yeah, it's pretty nice because you can just do shit in there instead. And I think when you're in that app, the limits go away. You can.
Oh, really?
You can play around a little more if you want to generate more than like 15 pictures in an hour.
Speaking of Grok, I guess it's a few days old now, but Elon had sold X.
I was
Wait,
telling
what?
my friends the other day. I said, "Did you hear Elon bought Twitter?" And everyone goes, "What?" And I go, "Yeah." And they're like, "Russ Factor, Elon's own Twitter." And I go, "Oh no! He bought it with his other company, XAI. So now XAI owns Twitter, and his $43 billion purchase valued at $33 billion."
What did he do?
XAI. He basically took all the investor money that people had invested into XAI, and he
Okay.
bought Twitter. Or bought X for 33 mil.
Didn't he already own it?
Yeah, he bought it for 43 mil when it was Twitter. So it's lost $10 million, and he sold it
Well, I don't.
to himself.
Oh.
X
I
and,
guess I
X and
don't get it.
XAI are two different companies.
Yeah,
Okay.
he basically sold the company
To
to
XAI.
another company that he owns. Yeah.
That is investor funded.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I believe that this is probably has a lot to do with the decline of Tesla.
Tesla. Everybody, I love all the Tesla hate. It's my favorite.
I
Have
don't
you
hate it.
parked
I
your
just,
car
it's-
inside?
It's definitely declining.
Yeah. I had a girl with multicolored hair and a nose ring, and
Oh yeah. He
yeah,
told
she,
told me this. Right when I met up with him in Wichita the very first time, I hopped in his car after I made an old folk joke about him being my ride to the casino, but I needed to go to the bank and cash my Social Security check because my hotel room was like an old folks home. I said, "Hey, so has anybody rubbed poop fingers all over your swastika car yet?"
and they have
Really?
with
Oh,
words, with words. It's
I
weird
wouldn't
how
think
the
you would get that kind of hate driving a Tesla in Wichita.
Oh,
I can see
Wichita
it.
is like a little microcosm of the entire United States.
It
It's all
depends where
it's
you
all
are.
there. You just got to go to
yeah.
certain sectors of town, and you can find anybody of that nature all over America in Wichita. It's like a melting pot there.
the
tiny
lady
microcosm.
screamed at me, "I can't believe you're supporting that Hitler." And I go, "Pardon?"
Pardon.
And she goes, "You heard me, you fucking asshole." And I said, "Oh, really? Well, I can't believe you're killing our pretty earth driving that gas guzzler around. Good day."
And she was
Told me to
like,
fuck off and got in her car. Yeah, she clutched her pearls. She clutched her spike necklace chain, whatever.
Her dog
it is.
collar.
Her dog collar.
And we found out that Slotmaster has a couple questionable scratches on his car, but the dent is from him and his daughter throwing the old ball around.
Yeah, I have a couple don't know where these scratches came from, like long scratches, like somebody probably keyed it, but there's a softball size.
I do have a couple questions to follow up from my trip to close some loose ends.
Okay.
How many nowadays in vodka has Kelly had since I left?
A few.
A few. I don't know. I don't normally count.
I have told that story. I was talking
A
about
lot.
trying
I
my
mean,
nowadays and putting vodka in it, and I was like,
She has.
And Kelly was like, "You could do that?" And I said, "Kelly, you could put vodka in anything you want." And I was telling
To
my
answer
buddy
your
Adam
questions,
from the
yes.
UK, and he was like, "Isn't it so great when people realize they have free will?"
Yes. To answer your question, yes.
Yes.
She
And
has.
my second question is, did Roth find your daughter's iPad yet?
I wish I could send. I don't want to put the number on it.
No. We
my
might have
neighbor-
to censor that for next week's show.
My neighbor.
We are looking for guests, by the way.
We are. Maybe we can have him on there. He's got this company called Now What?
Now what?
And what's he do? He does.
He does. What doesn't he do? I think that's a smaller list.
You're probably right. He'll do pretty much anything, including lost remote. I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
Program your remote. I'll find that for you too.
Does he do anything with stuff on my shelves?
Yes, if it's too high, he can grab it off for you.
Okay.
What was the other things he did?
Did he go to Dairy Queen for me, maybe? Give me
Yeah. Are you hungry? He can go to Dairy Queen and get you a Blizzy.
Yeah.
He can do all sorts of things that are really nice.
Move a chair.
He can change a light bulb. He can apply ice melt to steps. I should have him do that in the summer.
Hey, Roth.
He can move items to an attic, shed, and or basement. Assist. Do you hate calling the TV company or some bill that do you just hate that?
I do.
You hate. He can call for them, a TV or internet company for support.
You know how much information I'm gonna have to give him though? He has to have my PIN, my security question. Like you gotta remember all this stuff, Roth.
Helping hands for the little things, and it's $25 for the service call
For the first half hour though, right?
for 30 minutes included.
I think then
And
the deal kicks in.
$5 for each additional 15 minutes. So you can get that next 30 for just
$10.
$10. You can get a full hour for $35 of Roth.
Yeah.
So Russ Factor, Kelly, and Sarah and I were sitting around trying to think of things we could do.
And boy,
till
were
like
we
4 in the
sitting
morning.
around for like 3 hours
3 and
doing
a
that.
half- 3 hours. Trying to figure out what our old neighbor could do.
Hotbox them?
What's that?
I'm wondering if Russ hotboxed you guys.
No, we were outside.
Oh.
Well, Kels was on those her nowadays and vodka, which is a little.
What
weed.
is it nowadays?
It's like a weed soda
it's a-
almost,
It's a weed soda.
but it's a
now I
different
get it.
strain, so they can sell it in Kansas.
Not almost. It is.
Yeah, it is. It just doesn't
Now
last.
I get it.
It doesn't last as long. Like the weed sodas I get, like that sends me to the moon and well off to bed for like 6 hours. These nowadays,
They're like my ginger cookies.
they get you if you chug like a 1/16 ounce 10 milligram nowadays, you're good for like 3.5 hours, like instantly.
I had one edible. I'm good. I don't need to do it again.
This
ever.
is a little lighter than an edible. I think you'd like
Now I
these.
get it.
Try a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We found out they sell them here, but I'm like, "Pff, I got the full fucking octane deal at the weed store.
How many
Seven.
milligrams were in that ginger snap cookie of yours, Desi?
This fucker.
Like
Go on.
50?
No, yeah. They
There's
were,
Oh my
a 50
God.
milligram cookie.
I didn't
you-
know. I'd never
Did you
had
eat
an
the?
edible.
How much did you
I
eat?
didn't know.
How
she
much
said.
did you eat,
She just
Desi?
wanted the cookie.
Did you eat the whole thing?
Yeah,
She
well,
ate the whole thing.
Oh my God.
So
Were you
I
on
was given-
space?
I was given these cookies, and this son of a bitch, he's the worst person to ever be in a predicament with. Never do it. Never let him see you sweat. So he's bugging me. Have you eaten your cookie? Have you eaten? And I said, no, we'll eat it when we get home. He's like, no, eat your cookie. We have an hour and a half drive home. So I got so tired, I finally shoved this fucking cookie in my mouth and ate it. And then I turned over the package and read it. 50 milligrams per cookie. I was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? So I Googled it. Google told me for a first-time user, you should try at most
2 to 5.
2 to 5. So I'm like, holy shit. And he's like, what? And I'm like, they say 2 to 5. This fucking thing was 50. And
I'm thinking, oh man, you should have just licked it.
You know what?
and he's driving. I'm stuck in a car with him for an hour and a half, just ate 50 milligrams. And he's like,
my
dude,
God.
you're going to see dragons and smell numbers. And I
Yeah.
was like,
One
so I
thing that
immediately call my daughter and I'm like, Janine. And she's like, what? And I'm like, okay, so I just ate a cookie, a weed cookie. And she's like, uh-huh. And I'm like, it has 50 milligrams. She's like, uh-huh. And I said, am I going to die? Like, am I going to see dragons?
maybe.
She's like, no, Mom, you're fine.
Well,
I'm
you
like,
might have seen dragons.
oh, thank God. I said, because it says only to have 2 or 5. And she's like, well, seems how you Googled it, have a nice trip, and hung up on me.
Well, that's what I was gonna
Oh,
say,
my
Duzzy.
God.
Is even though you're gonna see dragons and you're gonna lose your mind and you're gonna try to convince everyone that you need the ambulance to come immediately, and that things aren't right. Just remember, nobody has directly ever died from a weed overdose.
Well, my first reaction was to get him to pull over, and I was going to throw up. He
Did
wouldn't.
you?
He would not pull over. He was laughing mechanically,
Keep maniacally.
yeah, like just horrendous. And I was
Keep
like,
that inside of you, girl.
I got this. So every 10 minutes, he's like, hit you yet? And I'm like, nope. Hit you yet? Nope. Just as we enter Yak, it's like somebody flipped the hyperdrive. You know how at first you hit slow motion before you hit the stars? It hit like that, and everything just went, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That had to be the worst ever.
I'm still stuck in the car with this idiot beside me for another half hour, and he notices my whole body language just like went, ugh.
She started staring out the side window like she was artistic.
Looking for a
Just
next
watching the
painting
world
idea.
go by.
But anyways, after much harassment, we finally get home and we're sitting in the driveway, and I cannot move. And he's like, we're home. And I'm like, uh-huh. It took me like 10 minutes to get from the car to the recliner in the living room. And then I sat there and I was staring. I think I was drooling. And I was just staring at the TV. And he comes in, he's laughing. He's like, did you want me to turn it on? I'm, huh?
She was watching her own show, watching snow.
Oh my! How long did it last?
Well, it took me another like 20 minutes to get from the recliner to the bedroom. And then
You
he
fe-
had
you
to
fell
come in and
asleep?
turn that TV on. And then I went to bed and I woke
Yeah.
up the next day.
Yeah. How'd
And
you
felt
wake up
great.
the next day? Were you a little groggy? It's not like a
I
hangover.
actually woke up good.
Yeah, it's
Didn't
not like a hangover. The most I ever do
You-
on those
you
is I
look
wake
like you
up
slept
feeling
well.
like, man, I know I just slept for 8 hours, but maybe one more hour but I get up anyways. That's about it. You just feel sometimes a little groggy. That's it. Not like a hangover
Well,
at
no,
all.
this was like 3 p.m. So
Either
and
way,
then I
you woke
the
up.
next day at, like 8.
Oh my God! I
That's
hate
funny.
that. I hate that feeling when you get to.
Yeah.
How long
no,
ago
that
was this?
That was like 5 years ago.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fairly
probably
recent.
about 5 years ago.
Well,
Fairly recent.
but I've been sober for 5, going on my 6. So
Have you?
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was my last high, I would say. Had a few drinks after that, but I know I'm good. I don't like
You
the
went
weed.
out with a bang.
Whew,
Yeah.
I don't like the weed.
Well, just know you'll never get that high again. That's how it works. Not with weed.
I don't think anybody wants to.
You'll get near there,
No,
but
I didn't
like,
think that
yeah,
it's fun.
I don't know what anybody wants to do, and what my classifications of all the adventures I've been on are two very different things. But
True dat.
I'm
right,
always
thank-
I'm always seeking a level I'll never get again. I call it high school high.
High school high. All right. Any last words here on episode 22? Happy birthday, Russ Factor.
Happy birthday, Russ Factor! Yay!
What do you got?
Yeah,
what do you got
happy birthday,
going
Russ.
on, Russ Factor?
Happy belated, Russ.
We're gonna just to continue to enjoy my birthday week here. Some casual drinks in the evening. Got a big Friday show coming up this Friday on the Russ Factor Show on the Twitch channel that this show is broadcasted live on, not Corey's YouTube, which it will be uploaded to. Friday night we've got a big deep dive into. We haven't been around for 2 weeks. Big deep dive into the Nintendo Switch 2, and boy, do we have some thoughts. You'll have to tune in to hear those.
Did the new Call of Duty drop today?
No, that's tomorrow. And then during our game time on Friday, we will be, me and Danny Hyphen on 2 machines. We'll be back in Verdansk. We'll be dropping Port. We'll be dropping Prison. We'll be dropping the Dam. We'll be back in Verdansk, and we're going to see what that's all about
right.
on Friday night. And then I think over the weekend, we're going to have a little subset birthday party, make some cake, round out my birthday week, and call it good. That's the plan.
Does he? Fleshy P, what do you got this week?
I'm gonna go get my tires changed over tomorrow.
Take the studs off.
Okay.
Get rid of the studs.
Is that like keyword for you're getting, or are you really getting your tires?
Getting the studded tires off.
Oh,
That was not a
I'm really
euphemism.
getting
for
set of
something.
tires after. I gotta drive all the way to another town to get it done.
Oh.
Another
In
town.
a real.
But I get paid for it. It's my work vehicle that's getting done. So that's my job tomorrow, believe it or not.
Oh, that's all you got to do.
Isn't
though.
that nice?
That is. That's all you got to do tomorrow. You're going to have a
That's
real
all
good Thursday.
All I gotta do tomorrow. Go get the tires changed.
Well, good.
Maybe do
Well,
a little
thank-
shopping
In the big city of Cranbrook,
In-
couple
in the big
13,000.
city?
in the big city.
in the city.
It's a big city for us.
You can see all them city slickers.
Gonna see all them purple-haired freaks.
The Walking
Yeah.
Dead.
Glad you're not driving a Tesla with stubby tires. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Download this podcast wherever you may listen to podcasts. Spotify, you can see the video and the audio. YouTube, you can as well. That's all we have. Follow everything Slotmaster. I'm going to go to the casino right now. Watch all my videos. Give a thumbs up, and I'll see you. And for Russ Factor and Fleshy P and Duzzy, we say a good day.
Later, Cody Burton, you bitch.
Yeah, Burton.
Yeah, bitch.
Bitch.